Bells will be ringing the sad, sad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone. I have no friends to wish me greetings. Oh, once again. By New Year's night, friends and relations send salutations, sure as the stars shine above. But this is Christmas, yes, Christmas, my dear, some time of year to be with the one you love. So won't you tell me you'll never more Christmas and New Year's will find you home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief and pain, and I'll be happy, happy once again. Ooh, there'll be no more sorrow, no grief and pain, and I'll be happy Christmas once again.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, he's making a list and he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. of love and understanding. Merry Christmas, everyone. Time for parties and celebrations. People dancing all night long. Time for presents and exchanging kisses. Time for singing Christmas songs. We're gonna have a party tonight. I'm gonna find that boy underneath the mistletoe. We'll kiss by candlelight. Room is swaying, records playing, all the old songs we love to hear. All I wish that every day was Christmas. What a nice way to spend the year. We're gonna have a party tonight. I'm gonna find that boy underneath the mistletoe. We'll kiss by candlelight.
Good morning. We're not yet starting, but somebody's window is down, their back window is down. That is vehicle driver PR016. Vehicle number PR016, if that's you. Is that you, sir? Please check your vehicle. Rivers, valleys, hills and mountains, all these gifts we do extol. Healthy land, so like all fountains, giving cheer that warms the soul. Dawn beneath
Sound the call in which everyone rejoices. Oh, for each and each poor, oh, for each and each poor, oh, for each and each
I invite you to remain standing for the invocation by His Lordship, the Most Reverend Kendrick J. Forbes, Bishop of Roseau.
Let us pray. Father in heaven, you have given us a mind to know you, a will to serve you, and a heart to love you. Lord, as we gather this day, we do so with hearts full of gratitude. Gratitude for your power and work in the lives of others. Gratitude for your goodness that shines through others. We thank you, Lord, for Her Excellency the President and for all her charitable endeavors, the hope that her acts of kindness and mercy instills. We give thanks for the work of the President's Charities Foundation and all who support that work, whose sacrifice and generosity make the occasion that summons us here possible. We pray also for the recipients of the actions made possible by the generosity of others. May you prosper the work of their hands as they serve the needy and vulnerable among us. And Father, since without you we can do no good thing, may your Spirit make us wise. May your Spirit guide us. May your Spirit renew us. May your Spirit strengthen us, so that we will be strong in faith, courageous in witness, and persistent in good deeds. Heavenly Father, we ask that you enable us to work together, faithfully believing your word and faithfully rendering you service. Remind us always that what we do for the least of our brothers and sisters, we do for you. We make this prayer through Christ our Lord.
You may be seated, and thank you very much, Bishop, for leading us in prayer. And good morning to one and all. My name is Monel Alexis, and I'll be the Master of Ceremonies for this morning presentation of checks presented by the President Charities Foundation, Inc. Permit me to recognize a few persons in our midst. Her Excellency Sivani Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton. His Lordship, Most Reverend Kendrick J. Forbes, Bishop of the Diocese of Roseau. His Excellency Charles A. Savler, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development, representing the Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerritt, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency. Honorable Miriam Blanchard, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau North Constituency, and also present, Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Social Services, with specific responsibility for senior security, children at risk, gender affairs, and the differently abled. Honorable Finola Wenham Shepherd, the Parliamentary Representative for the Portsmouth Constituency and Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence, with specific responsibility for education reform and human resource development. Members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Mrs. Vianna Liverpool, wife of the deceased former President Dr. Nicholas J. O. Liverpool of blessed memory. Mrs. Josette Matthew of valued sponsors, representatives of the various charitable organizations, past and present members of the President Charities Foundation, the media, the listening and viewing public, friends, and all, once again, good morning. Today we are excited to gather for a moment that reflects generosity, purpose, and shared responsibility. Today's check presentation by the President Charities Foundation, Inc. is a celebration of giving and the impact that comes when people choose to support causes that matter. In a few moments, you'll hear brief remarks, witness the official check presentation, and share in a meaningful exchange that highlights why giving continues to play an important role in strengthening the communities in Dominica. This is not merely a program, but one that is filled with significance and goodwill. And as someone once said, and I quote, "Giving is not about making a donation, it is about making a difference," end quote. So this is the spirit and the heart of this morning's celebration. To officially welcome us to this ceremony, I invite to the podium the Public Relations Officer of the President Charities, Inc., Mr. Oliver St. John.
Madam Masters of Ceremony, Monel Alexis, Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, His Lordship, Most Reverend Kendricks J. Forbes, Bishop of the Diocese of Roseau, His Excellency Charles A. Sabran, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development, representing Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau constituency. Honorable Cassandra Williams, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Social Services, with respective responsibility for seniors, security, children at risk, gender affairs, and differently abled. Honorable Fenella Wenham Shepherd, Parliamentary Representative for the Portsmouth constituency, and Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development, Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence, with specific responsibility for educational reform and resource development. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, Mrs. Verna Liverpool, wife of the deceased former President Dr. Nicholas J. Liverpool of blessed memory, Mrs. Josette Matthew, valued sponsors, representatives of the various charitable organizations, present and past members of the President's Charities Foundation, the media, the listening and viewing public, friends and all. Good morning. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the State House Conference Center for this check donation presentation ceremony. I am delighted that you could be joining us this morning as we together, in a spirit of partnership, service, and shared commitments to national development and social upliftment. Today's ceremony is a meaningful expression of solidarity and goodwill. It reflects our collective recognition that progress is strongest when institutions, organizations, and individuals work together to support those whose efforts contribute positively to the well-being of our communities and advancement of our nation. The organizations and groups being recognized and supported today play an important role in addressing social, educational, cultural, and humanitarian needs. Their work often extends beyond what is visible, touching lives quietly but profoundly. It is therefore fitting that we pause to acknowledge their dedication and to offer tangible support towards the continuation of their valued programs and initiatives. This occasion also underscores the importance of responsible stewardship, transparency, and collaboration in ensuring that resources are used effectively and in keeping with the highest standards of service to the public. I extend sincere appreciation to all who have worked to make this ceremony possible, and to our partners whose generosity and commitment have made these donations achievable. Once again, I welcome you all and thank you for being part of this significant event. I trust that today's proceedings will further strengthen our shared resolve to build a more inclusive, caring, and resilient society. I thank you.
And we thank you very much, Mr. St. John, for your warm welcome this morning. Up next, I invite to the podium Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development. And this morning, she's representing the Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerritt, the Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency. Please let's make her feel welcome.
Good morning, all. Let me, of course, recognize the presence of Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, His Excellency Charles Savrin, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Social Services, with special responsibility for senior security, children at risk, gender affairs, and the differently abled, Honorable Fenella Wenham Shepherd, Parliamentary Representative for the Portsmouth Constituency, and Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education. Let me see, His Lordship, Most Reverend Kendrick Forbes, Bishop of the Diocese of Roseau, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, of course, I see our Chinese Ambassador, His Excellency Chu Man-Wing. Of course, let me see, Miss Vernal Liverpool, wife of the deceased former President of Dominica, Dr. Nicholas J.O. Liverpool, of blessed memory, Mrs. Josette Matthew, valued sponsors, representatives of the various charitable organizations, present and past members of the President's Charities Foundation, the media, the listening and viewing public, friends, one and all, a blessed morning to you all. I wish to apologize for the absence of the Parliamentary Representative of Roseau, Honorable Skerritt, whom we all know would have had the greatest pleasure of being here to be part of this noble event. It is truly an honor to bring greetings from the Parliamentary Representative for this constituency and to welcome all of you to Roseau Central, where community, compassion, and collective responsibility remain at the heart of who we are. Today's event speaks to something deeply personal to me, the power of charity to transform lives. The Bible gives us instructions, as it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13, and now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. I firmly believe that charity is not simply about giving. It is about restoring dignity, creating opportunity, and reminding our most vulnerable citizens that they are seen, valued, and supported. It is for this reason that the Honorable Minister and Parliamentary Representative has committed herself to philanthropic work through the Melissa Skerritt Foundation, which focuses on uplifting children, families, and communities through education, empowerment, and care. So when I stand here today in support of the President's Charities Foundation, I do so not only in my official capacity, but also from a place of shared purpose. And I must say that the most rewarding part of my job is giving back. Charity is where my heart finds its greatest joy. The President Charities Foundation has consistently demonstrated what compassionate leadership looks like in action. Through its outreach, assistance programs, and quiet but impactful support, the foundation has touched the lives of those who need it most: our elderly, our children, our families facing hardships, and individuals navigating difficult circumstances. In any society, efforts to help the most vulnerable will always attract criticism. Yet compassion cannot be guided by applause. When good is done, even quietly, there will still be voices of dissent. But that cannot and should not deter us from doing what is right. The work of the President's Charities Foundation reminds us that caring for those who cannot help themselves is not optional. It is a moral duty and a reflection of our values as a people under God. If criticism is inevitable, then we must choose to stand firmly on the side of kindness, dignity, and service. Because when we help people at the moment they least expect it, but at a time when they need it most, we do not weaken our society, we strengthen it. I wish to commend Her Excellency, President Sylvanie Burton, for her unwavering commitment to service beyond office. This work reminds us that leadership does not end with title or protocol. It is measured by the lives we improve and the hope we restore. The President's continued support for charitable causes sends a powerful message that nation building must always include care for the most vulnerable among us. To the volunteers, partners, donors, and organizers, your dedication makes this work possible. You are the hands and the feet of compassion in action, and your contributions strengthen the social fabric of our country. As the parliamentary representative for Roseau Central, acting on her behalf, I am especially proud that this meaningful event is being hosted within this constituency. It reinforces the values we stand for: community, inclusion, and service, and reminds us that when we work together, we can create lasting impact. Let us continue to support initiatives such as the President's Charities Foundation. Let us continue to believe in the power of kindness, collaboration, and shared responsibility. And let us never underestimate how one act of charity can change a life. As we conclude, let us remember the words of Scripture in Galatians 6, verse 9. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. May God continue to bless the President Charities Foundation. May God continue to bless the President and all who give of themselves in service to others. May He strengthen every volunteer, comfort every beneficiary, and guide every leader who serves with a heart for the people. And may we all remain vessels of His love, extending kindness, lifting burdens, and serving one another with humility and compassion. May God bless us all, and may God continue to bless our beloved country. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Roberts, for your presentation on behalf of Honorable Skerritt and for reminding us of the power of charities and for all those scripture references. I'm certain that Pastor Bishop is very pleased with that presentation this morning. Up next, we hear brief remarks from Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams. She is the Minister in the State of the Ministry of Health, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services, with special responsibility for senior security, children at risk, gender affairs, and the differently abled.
Good morning. Her Excellency, Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, His Lordship, Most Reverend Kendrick J. Forbes, Bishop of the Diocese of Roseau, His Excellency Charles A. Savra, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister of Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, representing the Honorable Melissa Poppon Skerritt, Honorable Fenella Wenham Shepherd, member of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, and I recognize the presence of His Excellency Chu Mao Ming, Mrs. Verna Liverpool, wife of deceased former President Dr. Nicholas J. O. Liverpool, Mrs. Josette Matthew, valued sponsors, representatives of the various charitable organizations, present and past members of the President's Charities Foundation, the media, or master or mistress of ceremonies, the listening and viewing public. Again, good morning to everyone. In keeping with the spirit of the season, it is truly a joy to stand with you today as we gather for a purpose that speaks to the very heart of who we are as a nation and as a government, our compassion, our generosity, and our unwavering commitment to those who depend on us the most. Today is not simply about the handing over of donations, for which we are truly grateful, but it is about reaffirming a principle that guides this ministry, this government, and I believe the Dominican people as a whole, that every person, regardless of age, ability, gender, or circumstance, deserves dignity, care, and love. We are here because the elderly in our care matter. We are here because children at risk matter. We are here because individuals living with disabilities matter. We are here because families struggling silently still matter. And we are here because each of you, our institutions, caregivers, charity workers, volunteers, and partners, you matter deeply. The donations being represented or presented today secure more than supplies or equipment. They are symbols of partnership. They represent the combined efforts of government, private donors, civil society, and caring individuals who believe that together we can make life better for our most vulnerable citizens. And for that, I say a heartfelt thank you. To the institutions, caregivers, staff, and volunteers who serve daily with patience, love, and resilience, you are the quiet heroes of our social fabric. You give dignity to those who often cannot advocate for themselves. You fill emotional gaps, provide safety, and offer hope. You offer emotional, physical, and sometimes spiritual support and you carry these burdens that others never see. Yet you show up day after day, offering patience, comfort, and hope. Please know that your service is valued, respected, and appreciated. I want to express my deepest gratitude for your work, your sacrifices, and the compassion you extend far beyond the walls of your institutions. And to the President's Charities Foundation and our other partners, your contributions go far beyond what we see here today. You are investing in lives. You are restoring dignity. You are strengthening communities. You are helping this ministry extend its reach so that no one is left behind. I am deeply moved by the goodwill demonstrated here today. I assure you that this government remains unwavering in its mission to uplift, protect, and empower every citizen, especially those who face the greatest barriers. As Minister of State, I am deeply committed to expanding support systems for seniors, widening protection for children at risk, strengthening gender-responsive services, and ensuring that persons with disabilities are fully integrated into our national development. This event today reinforces that we cannot do this alone, and that is a fact. I'm certain you've heard us say this on numerous occasions, but it takes all of us, government, families, churches, NGOs, community groups, and generous hearts, working together to build a society where compassion is not occasional or seasonal, but a daily practice. Let us continue to be a people who notice the needs around us, a people who respond with kindness, a people who make room for others, and a people who understand that when we uplift the vulnerable, we uplift the nation. On behalf of the ministry and the government of Dominica, thank you again to the President's Charities Foundation, our partner and supporter, who made this moment possible. Your kindness will ripple far beyond today, touching lives in ways you may never fully see, but which will never be forgotten. May we continue to lead with empathy, act with purpose, and build a stronger, more loving Dominica. Thank you, and God bless you all.
And thank you very much, Honorable Dr. Williams. And thank you so much for reminding us that it is our responsibility to not just notice people in need, but to actually do something about it. And I'm thankful that majority, if not each and every one of us here this morning, in some way, shape, or form, we play our part to service our communities. So job well done. Up next, it is my privilege to invite someone who is very passionate about giving back to the less fortunate and who is committed to a hands-on approach in servicing the people of Dominica. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and let's welcome for her remarks Her Excellency Sivani Burton, the President of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
A pleasant good morning and season's greetings to each and every one of you. I wish to acknowledge the presence of Madam Master of Ceremonies, Miss Monel Alexis, my husband Gilbert, His Lordship, Most Reverend Kendrick J. Forbes, Bishop of the Diocese of Roseau, His Excellency Charles A. Savre, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, representing the Honorable Melissa Poponskerit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency, Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Social Services with specific responsibility for seniors' security, children at risk, gender affairs, and the differently abled. Honorable Finella Wenham Shepherd, Parliamentary Representative for the Pottsborough constituency and Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence with specific responsibility for education reform and human resource development. Members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, and I recognize especially my friend, Ambassador Chu Maoming. Mrs. Verna Liverpool, wife of deceased former President Dr. Nicholas J. O. Liverpool of blessed memory. Mrs. Josette Matthew, our valued sponsors, representatives of the various charitable organizations, present and past members of the President's Charities Foundation, the media, the listening and viewing public, friends all, good morning and compliments of the season. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the State House Conference Center for this meaningful occasion, the presentation of check donations to 15 charitable organizations that continue to serve our nation with dedication, compassion, and unwavering resolve. Today's ceremony is the culmination of the President's Charities Foundation fundraising dinner held on Saturday, 11th October 2025 at the beautiful Jungle Bay Resort and Spa. I again extend heartfelt thanks to the management and staff of Jungle Bay for their generous partnership and to every individual business and group who contributed to making that event a success. Your support has made today possible. The Foundation's work is grounded in a simple but powerful belief that when we uplift those most in need, we strengthen the entire nation. Our beneficiaries, all of whom are represented here this morning, stand daily at the front lines of service. You support vulnerable children, assist the elderly and persons living with disabilities, provide health and social services, respond to emergencies, and offer hope where hope is often fragile. Your work is not always easy. It is not always visible, but it is always instrumental. The funds we distribute today may not answer every need, but they reflect our deep appreciation for your efforts and our commitment to partnering with you as you continue the essential work of nation building. They also symbolize the generosity and solidarity of the Dominican people, who year after year stand with the President's Charities Foundation to ensure that compassion remains a defining feature of our national identity. At today's ceremony, the President's Charities Foundation will be presenting check donations totaling the sum of $42,500. These donations are from a combination of past sponsorships from traditional sponsors and proceeds from the fundraising dinner, which, as I indicated earlier, took place on Saturday, 11th October 2025 at the Jungle Bay Resort and Spa. An interim statement on the fundraising dinner revealed the following figures as at 15th December 2025. Total receipts from ticket sales, sponsorships, and contributions, $89,810. Total expenses, $48,507.87, resulting in a surplus of $41,302.13. In addition to the donations to our 15 beneficiaries, we were able to fund the Foundation's Children's Christmas Party. This party took place on Saturday, 13th December 2025 from 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. on the main lawn of the grounds of the State House. A total of 260 primary school children ranging from 5 to 12 years from the communities of Glanvilla, Portsmouth, Tutton, Monalwee, Savonpie, Tuckery, Cottage, Clifton, and Capuchin were entertained. The children had a fun-filled day and left the State House with a smile on their faces that gladdened our hearts. The charitable organizations to receive checks at this presentation ceremony are the Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities, the Dominica Council on Aging, REACH, St. Vincent de Paul Society towards the Roseau and Northern branches, the Social Center towards the St. Anne's Day Nursery, Northern District Home for the Aged Inc., Care for the Poor, Alpha Center, Abilities Unlimited, formerly known as Workshop for the Blind, Dominica Infirmary, the Maho Senior Citizens Home, Operation Youthquake, and the Community Hostels Incorporated, formerly known as Grotto for the Home for the Homeless. A formal vote of thanks will be given later, but I wish at this juncture to make special mention and to register our profound thanks and appreciation to the following sponsors for making it possible for the Foundation to again meet its charitable mandate, despite the setbacks posed by the many global challenges. These sponsors include the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, Archipelago Trading Limited, Digicel Dominica, the Chinese Association of Dominica, the Dominica Electricity Services Limited DOMLEC, Intercontinental Dominica Cabrix Resort and Spa, Print Express, Dominica Agricultural, Industrial and Development Bank, Flow Dominica, HHV Wichurch and Company Limited, Dominica Social Security, Do It Center, Nagico Insurance Company Limited, National Bank of Dominica, Rudolph F. Thomas Enterprises, M&R Trading Limited, Specialty Making and Materials Limited, Zeus Window, Sanctuary Rainforest Echoes Resort and Spa Inc. or Vital Developers, National Cooperative Credit Union Limited, West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, Construction Materials and Services Limited Dragon Windows, FRS Express des Îles, Springfield Trading Limited, Belfast Estate Limited, Secret Bay Resort, AA Holdings, Jungle Bay Resort and Spa, and Stowe and Company. May the good Lord continue to bless your efforts. Special mention and thanks also go out to all those who sold tickets and patronized the fundraising dinner. We look forward to the continued support of our patrons, sponsors, contributors, volunteers, and well-wishers. I further wish to take this opportunity to recognize the stewardship and invaluable contributions of all of my predecessors. I am pleased and deeply appreciated that His Excellency former President Charles Savarin and Mrs. Verna Liverpool were able to forego their Wednesday commitments to be here with us today. Thank you. We look forward to your continued support. His Excellency former President Eliud Williams and Mrs. Williams, as well as Mrs. Savarin, would have also wished to be present, but are unable to do so due to circumstances beyond their control and have conveyed their individual regrets. As we approach the Christmas season, a time of giving, reflection, and renewal, let us be reminded that charity is not merely an act, it is a spirit. It is the spirit that binds us as Dominicans and strengthens our communities. It is this spirit that inspires the Foundation to continue expanding its outreach and refining its mission. To all 15 beneficiary organizations, I commend you for the extraordinary service you provide. I encourage you to continue your work with optimism, integrity, and love for the people you serve. Please accept these contributions as a token of gratitude and as an investment in the vital missions you carry forward. I also wish to thank the members of the President's Charities Foundation and staff of the Office of the President for their consistent leadership, transparency, and commitment. Your work behind the scenes ensures that our annual fundraising efforts remain purposeful and impactful. Let us continue to work together, government, private sector, civil society, and community organizations, to build a more caring, resilient, and inclusive Dominica. Beneficiaries, may the contributions you receive today help strengthen your initiatives and brighten the lives of those you support. I thank you, and I wish each of you a blessed Christmas season and a prosperous New Year when it arrives. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam President, for your presentation. And thank you for the reminder that charity is the spirit that binds us together as Dominicans. And as fellow wonderful, awesome Dominicans, it is imperative that we continue the charitable works. Now it's time for the presentation of check donations to 15 charitable organizations, and that will be followed by brief remarks by recipients. I'm encouraging recipients to please keep the remarks brief. Thank you in advance. First, I invite to receive Miss Raymond, and she's representing the Abilities Unlimited Workshop for the Blind, and the check will be presented by His Excellency Chu Maoming of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China.
Miss Alexis said that we should be brief, so I try my best as possible to be brief as possible. So, season's greetings to everyone here today. And on behalf of management and staff of Abilities Unlimited Workshop for the Blind, I would like to thank the President's Charities Foundation for the generous donation towards Workshop for the Blind. This donation is timely, as it will bring an increase to our employees' salary and a smile on your faces. We wish to thank the foundation for remembering us this Christmas, and we wish them well in their future endeavors. Once again, Merry Christmas to everyone, and do have a Happy New Year. Was I brief?
Thank you very much, Ms. Raymond, and we're thankful that the donation will bring smiles to the people of your organization and something else. Up next, I invite Mrs. Melina Fountain, representing Alpha Center. Presenting the check, I invite to the front Ms. Annette Frederick, representing Archipelago Trading Limited.
Good morning, everyone. So we've been asked to be brief, but I would like to recognize Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Burton, Ms. Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, representing Honorable Melissa Popon, Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency, Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Social Services, with specific responsibility for senior citizens, seniors, security, children at risk, gender affairs and the differently abled. Also our Lordship, the Most Reverend Kendrick J. Forbes, other ministers of government, and distinguished guests. Good morning, everyone. The Alpha Center and the Dominica Association for the Mentally Handicapped would like me to express Christmas and season's greetings to you, and a great big thank you for inviting us here this morning for the donation. We are now in our 51st year of existence in providing services for children with disabilities in Dominica. And the children who come to Alpha Center are children with severe to moderate mental deficiencies. That's the primary disability. The group of persons behind the Alpha Center, that is the Dominica Association for the Mentally Handicapped, came out of the St. Alphonsus Parish, and it has grown over time. And we are very thankful that today we can stand here. We are thankful first to God for giving the group of people the inspiration to say, we want to not only talk, but to do something for children with disabilities. And so today we are here and we are pleased that we can tell you we have moved from a small room at the parish hall. As you know, today it is expanded, but that's where the Alpha Center started as a small class. And now we are located at McIntyre Lane in a facility that we can be proud of, with enough space and an environment that is conducive to the education of children with disabilities. We are also very pleased that today we offer for every child an individual education plan. So an education plan that is tailored specific to their needs. So for example, in September, we got a child who could not, he recognized his name, he could spell his name, but he couldn't do that with his surname. Within 3 weeks, we had him writing his surname. So our teachers and the staff, the rest of the staff, they are doing a fantastic job with the children as we continue to tailor the program specific to their needs. We are pleased with our skills program. We have woodwork, sewing, home management, and agriculture, because we are preparing the children for when they leave us, and sometimes they leave us all 23, 24 years, because unless they have a behavior problem after 16, we keep them so that they can acquire as much of the skills as possible, so that when they go out there, they can be independent citizens and even earn a living for themselves. So we are very happy with the work that is going on there at Alpha Center. And we will continue to thank the government of Dominica, because we get a subvention from the government and all the donors who contributed over the years in one way or another, and to continue to contribute. Today, we specifically thank the President's Charities Foundation, Inc. We know that the funds you provide, we want you to know that the funds you provide will be used to continue providing services to our children at Alpha Center. They have great needs. Children with disabilities do have great needs. That is why it's always problematic when we have to think of how can we provide services to them. So may God continue to bless you, Your Excellency, and your family, the President's Charities Foundation, and all those who provide the services wherein, as you continue to provide to those in need. And we all know whatsoever you do to the least of brothers and sisters, that you do unto me, the words of Jesus. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, President Charities Foundation. And all of you do have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fountain and the President Charities Foundation, Inc. We extend our deepest gratitude to you and your staff for the amazing work that you continue to do, and congratulations on 51 years of service. That is 51 years of doing amazing things. Up next, I invite The administrator of the Northern District Home for the Aged, Mrs. Joseph Patrick. She's unable to join us this morning, so I invite Mrs. Fenella Wenham Shepherd, the parliamentary representative for the Portsmouth constituency, to receive on her behalf. And I invite Mr. Duncan Stowe, the manager of Stowe and Co., to present.
Good morning, everyone. Allow me to give special regard to the head table. On behalf of the Northern Home for the Aged, I'd like to say thank you so much, and be rest assured that the donation that was provided will definitely be going into good use. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Shepherd, for receiving on behalf of the Home for the Aged. I now invite Ms. Danielle James, the president of Community Hostels, Inc., to receive a donation. And I invite Ms. Vanilla Williams, representing the operations manager at West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, to present the check.
On behalf of the Board of Directors and staff and residents of the Grotto, we say thank you for this contribution. It is not just a monetary exchange, but is a commitment to partnering with the Grotto to make a difference in the lives of its treasured residents. Your Excellency, we are deeply moved by this gesture, and by extension, your President's Charity Foundation. Thank you very, very much. And this will go a long way in the continued care of the residents. As I end, I want to quote from the parliamentary representative from the Rosa Central District constituency, Honorable Skerritt, when it says, it came at a time when we least expected, but we needed the most. Thank you very, very much, and may God bless you all.
And as the saying goes, everything on God's timing, right? Up next, I invite the Executive Director of DAPD, Ms. Ernika Esprit, to receive a check. And I invite to present the salesperson of Zoo Windows, Mr. Kenny John Charles.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh, nice. I like that welcome, that good morning, because I was listening from since morning, and that's the most vocal welcome I heard this morning. I guess all you read my mind. Yeah. So on behalf of DAPD, Management Board and staff, we would like to say thank you to the President Charities Foundation, Inc. That charity foundation DAPD has been benefiting from that foundation for a number of years, and we are very grateful. And you know, all of the charity organizations receiving benefits to the checks today, I can see a smile on our faces, right? Yes. And like the children, I will definitely be living here with a smile. And, and we want to say thank you to the foundation for including all of us, because for a resilient country, everybody has to be included. So we want to say thank you, and I wish everybody season's greetings and a prosperous new year.
And thank you very much, Miss Esprit, and I'm happy that you could see our smiles. And guys, do me one more favor. Can you tell a good morning one more time? Good morning. Good, and now she's smiling even brighter. Thank you. Up next, I invite to the podium, or rather to receive the check, the Vice President of Dominica Council on Aging, Mrs. Josephine Dublin Prince. Check presented by the Deputy Director of Dominica Social Security, Mr. Augustus Etienne.
Good morning to everybody. And Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year. Protocol has been established, but I would want to say a special good morning to the President, as it's through her that we are getting these very, very important goodies. Of course, our Reverend from the Catholic Church, Bishop, and all the members of the head table, and of course all the recipients of this very important gift. I'm here to represent the Dominica Council on Aging, an organization which actually embraces and represents the seniors of Dominica. And this organization is driven by the mission to be the umbrella coordinating organization to design and provide programs that meet the needs of older persons in Dominica through effective representation, advocacy, and mobilization of all necessary resources to ensure older persons live life to the fullest. Its core values are care, cooperation, and commitment. As we speak, our staff are now delivering chairs and Christmas gifts to all living centenarians in Dominica. And that will be done today, tomorrow, and Friday. During the month of the elderly, especially in September, special programs to bring awareness to the needs of the elderly and specifically to value and respect the seniors continue in September and form a core of the program of the Dominica Council on Aging. Today's gift, as I call it, adds to all of the needs that will be assisting the seniors with. And it is important that we continue to give support to that charity, because by giving support to that charity, that very result of those charitable gifts, we find that we too are beneficiaries of this important gift. I definitely want to thank all of those who have contributed to the charity. I would like to thank the President and her team, and of course, we will continue through this donation to assist in ensuring that our seniors receive the care and attention, and it assists us in bringing in very important needs to the seniors all about in Dominica. Also, it is important that through this gift, we remember that our seniors are very important treasures, are very important gems. They are the ones who paved the way for us here, and we should continue to support organizations like the Dominica Council on Aging. So again, thank you very much. Madam President and your dear husband and the team, and we wish everyone who has contributed to that charity a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and all the support that is needed every time that you do this fundraising. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dublin Prince, for your reaction. And we send love and encouragement to your team as they deliver Christmas cheer to all the centenarians in Dominica. Well done. Up next, I invite Ms. Clanis John Baptist, the Director of Dominica Infirmary. And presenting the check, I invite the Corporate Secretary of Springfield Trading Limited, Ms. Janelia Charles.
Her Excellency the President, Sylvanie Burton, and Mr. Burton, distinguished members of the President's Charity Foundation, honorable ministers, honorable guests, and His Lordship the Bishop, fellow representatives of beneficiary organizations, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Directors, management, staff, and residents of the Dominica Infirmary, I extend our sincere thanks to the President's Charity Foundation for this generous financial contribution and for hosting this annual check giving ceremony. This foundation continues to stand as a beacon of compassion and national solidarity. This initiative not only provides much needed financial support to charitable institutions, but it also affirms that the most vulnerable among us are not forgotten. Your commitment to service speaks volumes and reminds us that for one another remains at the heart of our society. For the Dominica Infirmary, this donation will go a long way in supporting the daily care, comfort, and well-being of our 93 elderly residents. It assists us in meeting essential needs, enhancing services, and maintaining a safe and nurturing environment for those entrusted to our care. We are deeply grateful for this meaningful support. We are especially appreciative that this presentation is done annually during the Christmas season, a time when generosity, goodwill, and compassion are most keenly felt. Your continued support during this period brings not only financial relief, but also encouragement and hope to our residents, staff, and caregivers. Your Excellency and the members of this foundation, thank you for your leadership, your vision, and your unwavering dedication to charitable causes across our nation. We value this partnership and look forward to its continuation in the years ahead. May God continue to bless the work of the President's Charity Foundation and grant you strength as you serve our people. Thank you, and may you all have a peaceful and blessed Christmas season.
Thank you very much, Ms. John Baptist. As you rightfully said, the most vulnerable are not forgotten. And we are very pleased to support your 93 wonderful residents this Christmas. Up next, I invite to receive a check donation Ms. Kathleen John Baptist. She's a member of the board of House of Hope. And presenting that check this morning, Mr. Sam Raphael, the manager of Jungle Bay Resort and Spa. I encourage all presenters to please keep your presentations brief. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, good afternoon. Sorry, good afternoon. It's afternoon time now. Madam President and Mr. Burton, thank you very much for having me here this afternoon. I'm very, very happy to be here. On behalf of the Board of Directors of House of Hope, members, residents, and staff, I thank you very much for your generous donation this afternoon. Please be assured that the funds will go straight into assisting the residents and making their lives more easier, comfortable, and happy. Therefore, all of us here at the House of Hope, thank you very much, your staff, and we wish your family and everyone here a very happy Christmas and a blessed New Year. Thank you very much. Oh, Mr. Raphael just made me very excited as well. He's just promised to match what I have in this envelope. So thank you very much, Mr. Raphael. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. John Baptist. And we're happy, or rather, we also want to extend big congratulations to your team for a job well done. And thank you very much, Mr. Sam Raphael. Another round of applause. This is what we call leading from the front, right? Thank you. Up next, I invite a member of the board of the Maho Senior Citizens Home, Mr. Ronald John Baptist, to receive the check. Presenting, I invite the Public Relations and Communication Specialist at the NCCU, Ms. Idona John Baptist.
Members of the head table, good morning to everyone. Protocol has already been established. On behalf of the management team of the Maho Senior Citizens Home, I would like to say thank you to the President's Charity Foundation, not only for this donation, but for previous donations over the years. I want to pray God's blessing on you and pray for continued success even after you have left this, even after you have gone from this and others take over. I wish that they would continue in your footsteps. I just want to give a brief remarks on the Maho Home for the Aged. The Maho Home opened its doors to the senior citizens of Maho in 1981. That was 2 years after Hurricane David, when so many of the elderly were still living in tents. Mr. Nassif donated a home to the Maho because, as we know, Mr. Nassif operated the Dominica coconut products, and about 80% of the about 80% of the workers at the Dominica coconut products were from Maho. So it must have touched his heart to see so many people, so many of his past workers still living in tents. So he donated the home. At the time, the home could accommodate about 8 residents. And from since we have been operational, never closed our doors, except for a brief moment when we had to mash down the old building and build a new one. And I want to say thanks to the infirmary, because during that period, our residents were transferred to the infirmary, and then they stayed there until we had completed our building. From that time, our building has been operational up to now. Just presently, we can accommodate 15 residents. We don't have 15 at the time, we have only 6 now, but we can accommodate 15, sorry. Now just a brief number of the committee. The committee comprises of 4 members. The president, Mrs. Natalie Sampson, whom I think is a popular name in Dominica, Mr. Augustus Etienne, Mrs. Roberts, a nurse at the Mahu Daycare Center, and yours truly, Ronald John Baptist. So once again, I am very proud to be here as a member of this committee and to receive that check on behalf of the members, staff, and the committee members of the Mahu Senior Citizens Home. So once again, a Merry Christmas to all of you and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. John Baptist. Your story is one I like to call resilience in action. And we also pray for continued blessings for you and your team members. Up next, I invite once again Honorable Fenella Wenham Shepherd to receive a check donation on behalf of the Care for the Poor in Portsmouth. And presenting that, I invite Mr. Patrick Fontaine, the Compliance Manager at HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Care for the Poor, I'd just like to say thank you again to the President's Charity Foundation. And for this organization, I happen to be a past board member, so it holds a special place for me as well. And as I accept on behalf of the group, I do know too that the proceedings will go into good use. And Madam President and your team, just want to wish you continued strength, guidance, and blessings as you continue this charitable work. Thank you.
Strength, guidance, and blessings. Thank you. Up next, I invite the Director of Operation Youthquake, Mr. Kenrick Jajak, to receive a check from Secret Bay Resort. Presenting that check, I invite Mrs. Samantha. She is not with us. So I invite Dr. Jermaine to present that on behalf of Secret Bay Resort.
Good morning. Protocol has been established, or good afternoon, sorry. On behalf of the staff, residents, and the board of directors at the Operation Youthquake, I would like to take the opportunity to say thank you to the President Charities Foundation for this timely contribution. And I can assure you that whatever is received here will go to the upkeep of our facility and our residents. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jajak, and we're very pleased that we can support the operations of your organization. Up next, I invite Mrs. Melina Fountain to receive a check on behalf of the chairperson of the Alpha Center, to receive a check on behalf of REACH. Presented that check, I invite to the front Mr. Renef Alexis, the proprietor, managing director of M&R Trading.
So good afternoon once again. I am not a member of REACH organization, just by association with Brother Philogen, who asked me to pick up the check. So I'll be very brief. Thank you very much. I'm sure it will be put to good use.
So said, so done. So said, so done. Thank you very much, Mrs. Fontaine. Up next, I invite to receive a check Miss Augustina Williams, the acting coordinator of the Social Center. Presenting the check, I invite Mrs. Heather Reed, the general manager of Nagico Insurance and Company Limited.
Good afternoon. My name is Abina Mulcair, representing Social Center. Good afternoon again. The Board of Directors, coordinators, staff, and the children of Social Center express our deepest appreciation to the esteemed President Charity Foundation, Inc., for your unwavering generosity you have shown over the years. You continue to make Social Center your choice, particularly the St. Anne's Ministry. Thank you for believing in our mission and for investing in the future of the Social Center. Your partnership reminds us that we are not alone in building a brighter tomorrow for our children. God bless you all, the members of the President Charity Foundation, Inc. Have a joyous Christmas and a spirit-filled and successful New Year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Abina. And of course, you are not alone. That song of Michael Jackson comes to mind. You are not alone. We are here with you. Thank you. Up next, I invite to receive a check Mrs. Kathleen John Baptist. She is the Vice President of the Fatima Conference. Presenting that check is Mrs. Vivian Jeremy Abraham, the Operations Supervisor at Do It Center. Ms. John Baptist will be receiving on behalf of Our Lady of Fairhaven Conference of St. Vincent de Paul Society and the National Society of St. Vincent de Paul Society. So there is a Roseau branch and a Northern branch. She'll be receiving for both.
Good afternoon again. Sister Tina Coffey is the new president of the National Council of St. Vincent de Paul. There are about 10 different, we have 10 parishes here, and there are St. Vincent de Paul in each parish. So, but I'm from the Fatima Conference, and we work together, myself and Sister Tina. So, on behalf of her, I would like to say thank you to Madam President and your husband, and thank you for all the work that you're doing and your on the Charity Foundation. I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas again. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. John Baptist. At this juncture, I would like you to put your hands together for all the recipients of the checks this morning, and also to all the donors. Thank you very much. Your donation goes a long way, and I'm certain that you will see the evidence, or you have been seeing the evidence of that. Up next, there's more to give. And for that, I invite Dr. Jermaine Japierre, the Secretary of the President Charities Foundation, Inc. She will present gifts. Dr. Jermaine?
Good afternoon to everyone. Her Excellency Silvani Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, the Most Reverend Kendrick J. Forbes, Bishop of Roseau, Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Social Services, with special responsibility for seniors, security, children at risk, gender affairs, and the differently abled, Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Community Development. I wish to take this opportunity to formally acknowledge and sincerely thank the dedicated staff, Mr. Verrett Sampson, Mr. Samuel Nicholas, and Mr. Patrick Roll of the Office of the President, and where are they? For their consistent and unwavering support of the President's Charities Foundation, Inc. Year after year, your commitment, professionalism, and quiet diligence have been instrumental to the success of the Foundation's programs, and initiatives. Your support goes far beyond administrative assistance. It reflects a deep understanding of the Foundation's mission and a genuine commitment to service and compassion. The reliability and efficiency with which you carry out your duties ensure that the Foundation is able to operate with continuity and impact. On behalf of the President's Charities Foundation, Inc., I express our profound appreciation for your dedication, teamwork, and willingness to go above and beyond in support of our charitable work. Gentlemen, please come forward. Mr. Verrett Sampson, Mr. Samuel Nicholas, and Mr. Patrick Roll, please accept our heartfelt thanks in the form of this token for standing with the Foundation year after year.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jermaine. I want to take this moment to recognize the media who are providing coverage for this event. This morning, we are live on Carry FM, on radio, television, on radio, television, Facebook, and also on YouTube. Thanks to DBS for the live coverage on radio and on Facebook, and to GIS for the coverage, live coverage on Facebook. Up next, it is time to say thank you. For that, I invite Mrs. Romalda Hyacinth, the Treasurer of the President Charities Foundation, Inc., to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. Madam Master of Ceremonies, Ms. Mona Alexis, Her Excellency Silvani Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, His Lordship, Most Reverend Kendrick J. Forbes, Bishop of the Diocese of Roseau, His Excellency Charles A. Sabre, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development, representing the Honorable Melissa Popon-Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency, Mrs. Verna Liverpool, wife of the late President, Mr. Liverpool, Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Social Services with specific responsibility for senior citizens, security, children at risk, gender affairs, and differently abled. Honorable Finella Whelan Shepherd, Parliamentary Representative for the Portsmouth Constituency and Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence with specific responsibility for education reform and human resource development. Members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Mrs. Josette Matthew, valued sponsors, representatives of the various charitable organizations, present and past members of the President's Charities Foundation, the media, the listening and viewing public, friends all. As Treasurer of the President of Dominica Charities Foundation, Inc., I am honored to stand here today to express our gratitude. We are deeply grateful to Her Excellency, Mrs. Silvani Burton, for this generous presentation of donations. These contributions are not just numbers on a check. They are acts of kindness that will touch lives across the nation. Thanks to our many valued sponsors and contributors who enable the Foundation to continue assisting organizations in their vital work, caring for the vulnerable, supporting families, and strengthening communities. And I assure you, as treasurer, these funds will be managed and with transparency and responsibility so that every dollar makes a real difference. I also wish to sincerely thank all the recipients and representatives of charitable organizations for their attendance today. Your presence reflects the strength of our collective commitment to service. Together, we form the backbone of compassion in Dominica. To our valued supporters, the President Charities Foundation will remain inspired to pursue this mission with renewed dedication. On behalf of the Foundation and all, I extend heartfelt thanks for your support and vision. May this partnership continue to inspire us all to build a stronger, more caring Dominica. As we always say in JCI, service to humanity is the best work of life. Thank you.
Indeed, service to humanity is the best work of life. Thank you very much, Mrs. Hyacinth, for presenting the vote of thanks. Now, as we bring this check presentation ceremony to a close, we want to thank everyone who made today possible. Like moments like these remind us that giving, when done with care and intention, creates real impact. So as we leave here today, let us carry forward the message of generosity beyond today. And that is, the joy of giving lasts far longer than the moment of receiving. Does that make sense? I'll say it again. The joy of giving lasts far longer than the moment of receiving. So moving forward, it's important that we give, and we give with a willing heart. So on behalf of everyone involved, we thank you for your presence and your support. And we wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a safe, peaceful, and joyful holiday season. Before you leave, we invite you to remain for refreshments. And of course, thank you very much for being part of this ceremony this morning. I invite you to stand as President, Her Excellency Sylvani Burton and Mr. Burton take their exit. Thank you. And now for refreshments, yes?